Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well, and I'm just about cold free. No snivelling this week, no coughing. Oh dear, finally got rid of the cold. Just about, still a bit croaky now and again, but loads better, and no sniffing this week in the video. Apologise for that. But yeah, it was great to be at a Premier League game last weekend, Sheffield United versus Forest. Now, although Sheffield United were down, Forest needed the win desperately, so I went Forest attack first half, and yeah, turned out to be a good choice. So without further ado, let's jump into the set. Right, yeah, so it was great to be at Premier League game again. Not got too many in this season, but I have really enjoyed doing shooting lower league, you know, League One, League Two and the Championship, because we do get quite a lot more access, and you can really fill your boots with different angles and bits and bobs. So it's been a fantastic season. Say there's a couple of playoffs left, I think. And there's a possibility of a Leeds game next week. Their playoff against Norwich, so we'll see if we get in, but the applications will be massive, I should think, with it being the only game of the night, I think. So whether or not we get in or not, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and if we do, I'll do a video on it next week. But if we don't, there's still going to be lots of sports videos coming up. I'm thinking of doing a sort of best dozen from the season, so that'll be good. What's in my bag, the kit that I use, you know, talking game day, why I sit where I sit, and what sort of images I get from where I do sit, and the choices made for the particular games. So lots of things going on. Hopefully get a bit of cricket in as well, and not only that, but before we know it, it'll be July, August again, and it'll be pre-season friendlies, and we're back into the season again. So yeah, there's going to be lots of sport videos coming up. So, but lots of landscapes as well. I went out this week and photographed some bluebells and some garlic, and I know some of you guys do like your landscapes. And I'll tell you what, it was a joy to be back out in amongst the woodland with just me and the bird song. You know, you do a football game and it is manic from the word go as soon as you get there, with lots of noise. And doing a bit of landscape photography and woodland photography, it is the polar opposite really, and it's just nice just to relax, and there's no rush to get the composition, well, unless the sun's rising through the pine trees with some bluebells, but that'll be a video coming up in the next week or two. But yeah, just nice to relax with the camera for a change. But anyway, let's crack on with the set. So just kicking off the set again, just thought I'd get the blades on the seating at Sheffield United just through the goal net, just something different. I've been there once or twice, and as the season goes on, I do try and mix it up a lot with my GVs, just to try and keep getting something a bit different. But it does get more difficult as the season goes on. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a blades through the goal net here, and then I did like the way that the sprinklers were all aiming towards the blades letters here, so bit of leading lines this one, but just thought that was a bit different. And then also getting the match day programme photographed in different scenes. I thought I'll go in the stands for this one, and I always like to get the match day programme just to show the viewer, and it just adds to the set a bit. And thought I'd put it next to S on the stairs in the stand, and I like the leading lines and bits and bobs. So yeah, just something a bit different. And then outside, I do love going outside and doing a bit of street photography, or fans arriving, if you like. And this young man was he was obviously really excited to get to the game. And then these were having a real good chin wag. What they were discussing, who knows? You know, you can leave that up to the viewer. And then they'd obviously clocked me that I was photographing these two, and they were having a bit of a giggle. But yeah, just making the way to the ground, and then you got these blinds in the background that have got Sheffield United colours. And yeah, did quite like that one. And these three, he's obviously having a late breakfast or his lunch. He's obviously checking something on the internet, and I just composed it with this Sheffield United sign in the background. I suppose I could have cropped half his back out really, but he was chatting to him, so I just thought I'd leave it. I just like milling around and getting fans. It's something that I really enjoy, is GVs before the game. And then these having a quick drink beforehand, and he's obviously checking the team sheet or whatever, or checking the news on the phone. That's what I always put on the caption anyway. Just leant up a litter bin, you know, against the wall. And then we're getting back in the ground now, and I wanted to get some of Wilder dejection really, because they've gone down, and I just thought, you know, the story's gone really, but I just wanted to make sure I got a bit of dejection from Chris Wilder, the Sheffield United manager. So, penny for your thoughts in that one, and then again that one really, just getting ready. Oh, what's today's result going to be? But yeah, so I got a few of him off, and then as I'm walking back to my seat after doing the managers, both teams in a huddle. So I just thought I'd stop and snap that quickly. Just building the picture up. Fans singing just as kickoff's about to take place, and I thought I'd always have a look round and see what the fans are doing. And I just turned round and these two were having a good sing song, so I thought I'd snap them. It's always good to include the fans in your set. And then straight away from the off, Chris Wood, I think he just put it wide, and bit of reaction from him. So straight away I've got a bit of dejection and bits and bobs and a shot. So that was nice to get sent off early. Hudson-Odoi had a blinding game, so I made sure I sent plenty of him off. I don't just wait for stock afterwards. I try and get a few good stock images sent during the game as well. So this was a nice one of Hudson-Odoi. Morgan Gibbs-White, could be a bit of dejection. He was just wiping his mouth, I think, but just thought I'd send that off. Again, I'm adding to the set, ticking off my list of what I need. Dejection and reaction from players and bits and bobs, and we'll just skim past them because my goal cam's not set up right, but we'll come back to them in a minute. But what time is this? 3:15, penalty. I think it's Milano, is it Miliano? Fouled Diaz, and I just managed to get the aftermath of him. He tumbled over and over and over and just got him going down there. So yeah, penalty to Sheffield United, bit of a turn up for the Bucks. Because they were not due to win at all. So so anyway, Diaz took it, sent the keeper the wrong way, put the ball straight down the middle of the net, and just made sure I got that. Didn't get much celebration really, because he ran to the far corner facing the fans, so I never really got too much. But then Hudson-Odoi scored in what's that, 26, so another 10 minutes, and Hudson-Odoi scored, unfortunately back to me, but I sent that one in anyway, and a few others just as he spun round. But what's his name again? I can't remember his flipping name now. Montiel, not Manalo. Montiel, obviously chuffed to bits that Hudson-Odoi had scored because he created the penalty, and so Hudson-Odoi brought it back to 1-1, nearly breaking his neck there, look. But yeah, he went absolutely mad, he did. So just as they were walking away, they turned and had a bit of a celebration. So I thought I'd get that. So another one. We'll go back to that goal cam in a minute. Chris Wood again, nice climbing header, hit the bar, but yeah, I was willing that to go in, but it didn't. And then just a bit of reaction, Hudson-Odoi, and just sent the no room for racism in, just something different. I saw it, so I shot it. And this is it Yates? I think is it Yates? Yeah, Ryan Yates scored his first Premier League goal for Forest, and I was blocked for it. I couldn't believe it. That's just before he kicks it, and then number 19 obviously moves right in the way for when he does kick it. I forgot to go back in my set to the goal cam, which did manage to catch Yates's goal in some way, shape or form, but as you can see, he's just kicked it here, and then just about to pass the keeper. You can still see Yates just having kicked it, and the defender obviously not blocking it, and then a nice net bulge, and you can still see Yates just in the bottom left corner there. So yeah, so I did manage to get something on the goal cam, and then another net bulge there, and then off he runs. But I stayed on him, and then he ran straight towards me and celebrated right in front of me, and I was chuffed to bits. This is obviously second half now, and I moved with Forest. I should have mentioned that, sorry. Moved with Forest, sat right in the far corner, and yeah, lo and behold, they came and celebrated right in front of me, and yeah, love that, absolutely fantastic. And I think this appeared in one of the papers on the Monday. I'll pop the clipping up now. So yeah, chuffed with that. I thought if I'm going to get a use, and it was his first goal, he's got to appear somewhere. And just so, look at the draw, so lucky. I was sat, because I moved, there was quite a few guys already sat there, so I had to sort of lump in on the end, but it's my favourite spot anyway, really, where I like to sit, and we'll say I'll go into that in another video later on. But yeah, they celebrated right in front of me, and it was fantastic. Got some lovely sellies, and his captain armband was perfect as well, so that made up for it. And and then just a melee, a celebration, then it was all happening, and He just turned around as he was walking past. I went back on him, and he just gave the fans a come on. So that was nice. And Hudson-Odoi having another shot. He didn't score from this one, but he did score here. But I was blocked again. One of them games, really. So blocked for the shot. Obviously got the ball coming through, but he was totally hidden by number 24 here in his sequence. Same again, I forgot to go back to the goal cam, which is an hour ahead. I must change my 1DX clock. Massive error there on my part, but yeah, just one goal cam frame here of Hudson-Odoi's goal beating the keeper, which I sent in. Just adds to the set, the old goal remotes. I've enjoyed putting them out. Obviously then he moves away, look, that's the aftermath. Sent it in anyway, and then he ran towards me in the corner again celebrating, and yeah, hosed him down again, and lots of nice celebration. And he did turn to the fans that were behind me eventually and just gave a bit of a fist pump, which was great. And then Chris Wood saying, come on lads, keep your head together. I always like it when players do that, you know, because it tells you what they're saying. Just keep your heads, you know, let's keep going. This was obviously 3-1 now. And obviously Montiel still celebrating with Hudson-Odoi after his penalty that he created. But a bit of a pan blur, managed to get this, quite like it. If I've got one grumble, it's the high vis in the background there. But apart from that, quite like this this pan blur. As you know, I've got it set on my safe shift on my second set of settings, and just when you've got a player running across the frame, I just hit the back button, goes into my pan blur settings, and then off again. So yeah, quite like that. Always nice to get a pan blur. And a bit more Gibbs White. Just, I think he was having a shot there, but it went over. And back to the dugout. Always keep an eye out the dugout. I always say that. Just a bit of reaction from Nuno. And then he substituted Chris Wood, so made sure I got a handshake of them too because he had a good game. Got some of the ref. Always try and get one or two of the ref. You never know if he's going to be in a story, so always try and get one or two of the ref. Bit more Gibbs White, getting past the defenders there. Another one of the ref. That could go with a story. And then we're getting to full time now, and the stadium, it's such a shame, sad to see really, but the stadium just emptied. The Sheffield United fans were streaming out, and just thought I'd get a widey. With the players are all here, look, plays going on, but just thought I'd get a widey of all the seats looking empty. And then full time. And what's his name? Can't remember his name now. Crikey, Murillo. He'd had a good game, and I saw him on his hands and knees. He was on his hands and knees for ages, having a bit of a pray or whatever. So I just thought I'd send that in. And he's still celebrating at full time. Thanks for saving the day after causing the penalty. But yeah. And now Yates, I read afterwards, he's promised to go for a swim in the Trent if they stay up. So at full time, he was doing the old swimming action. But yeah, that was a good bit of fun. And then yeah, they were pushing him towards the fans and that. So yeah, it was a good bit of fun. Then Nuno came out. I think Gibbs White got a little bit overzealous. He was celebrating with Nuno, and it looked like Nuno was giving him a bit of a telling off here. But he was actually saying, "No, we're not up yet. Stop celebrating with me," because I think Nuno's a bit like that. And he did have a smile in the end with Gibbs White, but yeah, I think Gibbs White was trying to lift him up or something. I could see, and he was just saying, "Calm down. We're not safe yet." And so yeah, he was just telling Gibbs White to settle down. Then they did have a bit of an embrace and a smile, and then just want to finish just with the players reacting and looking into the fans, and obviously they'd spotted something. I did have a look around, but I couldn't, not a sign or anything, but obviously they knew someone in the crowd. But yeah, not a bad game. 3-1 in the end, and I guessed right. Although the first goal, the Hudson-Odoi goal was with his back to me, and then he ran away celebrating. I'm still happy I made the right choice. You never do know. I was a bit worried when Sheffield United scored their first goal and from the penalty spot. I thought, oh no, is it going to go wrong? Will I be staying here at half time? But anyway, no, I'd move round, and it all worked out all right. And them sellies, so chuffed with them sellies. Some of the best sellies I've had this season, I think. But that's probably another video I could make. My favourite celebrations. We'll perhaps make a video on that as well. But yeah, job's a good one. So weekend off this weekend. But I've got so many jobs to do around the house and bits and bobs, and lots of admin to do, and getting my camera kit sorted out, and looking at what I have used this season and what I perhaps haven't used this season, and try and swap it about a bit. And I do want to get some more RF lenses, so I'm going to look into that. Because I've just had a bit of a problem. I'm shooting on the R5 here at the minute. I've had a bit of a problem with the focusing. Hopefully, yeah, I can hear the focusing going still, so it's staying all right. But because you're using the converter ring from the EF to the RF, you've got two lots of connections, and I think I just gave him a wipe in that, and my autofocus started working again. So yeah, I've got to get some RF glass, I think, over the summer, perhaps in preparation for next season, but we shall see. Mainly a wide angle. I need a widey, an RF widey, probably, and I'm waiting for a 70 to 200 to come out that's like the EF, not the pump action, because I wasn't keen on that when I used it in the summer, in the season. So yeah, so we'll see what glass comes out. Obviously we've got the R1 that's going to come out during the Olympics, I think, so we'll see if that comes about. But yeah, lots of sport videos to come still. It's not just going to stop, but I say I'm going to do a bit of landscape as well. I know some of you guys like landscapes and that, and it's good just to get out and just relax a bit with the camera and change things around a bit and keep your eye in on other areas. So yeah, but anyway, if you are out this weekend, let me know, and don't forget to post your work on the photographer chat page. That reminds me, I must start I asked for some moody frames last week. I must run them in the banner now. And another week's gone and I've not even done anything on the Facebook. It's difficult to catch up. The Facebook group's brilliant now. You guys just keep it rolling over without much interaction from me. So yeah, it's fantastic. But yeah, job's a good one. Well, have a great weekend, guys, and let me know what you're up to, and we'll catch up next week. Job's a good one.